I understand that Bears fans are incredibly desperate to feel validation for their lives, that they waste 17 weeks a year watching Bears football. You think I don't understand that? For a number of the dopes that you see talk about it on social media and in the general, like more traditional media, I've been a fan as long and in a number of cases even longer. Some cases, others have been a fan longer than I have. I've lived through this shit for 3.5 decades. I understand the fucking feeling. Better than many. I build my life around the Bears, believe it or not. I forego all other things when it comes to the 3 hours in a week that the Bears play. No matter how painful of an experience it is. That's how much this shit fucking means to me. And then I come on here and talk about it. I don't do that for the fuck all of it. Obviously, it's something I'm passionate about, even though it fucking drives me nuts. That's the addictive qualities of Bears football. But the lengths that some of these Bears tards are going to incessantly try to crown Ryan Poles as fucking King Poos is pathetic. And this Montez Sweat trade and subsequent contract extension is a massive example of this. King Poos, king of what? He pulls a trade for the Commanders' second best edge rusher and arguably only their fourth best defensive lineman for a goddamn 2-6 team. For the second year in a row, giving up a high second round pick to bring in somebody else's veteran player. And then, oh, by the way, gives him a shit ton of money. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. Well, Jeff, you're just being negative for the sake of negative. You got to give it a chance. This is a bold, aggressive move. I would think you would like that shit. First of all, shut the fuck up. Second of all, you're dumb. Third of all, and this is really key, why in the hell would I give Ryan Poles or anybody associated with the Chicago Bears any type of the benefit of the doubt whatsoever? That's like allowing your 20-year-old daughter to go to Ben Roethlisberger's hotel room and say, I trust him in this situation. Oh, that'll go well for you, won't it, fucker? Benefit of the doubt. For what? This guy is now, as of recording of this video, 5-21 is the damn general manager of the Bears. You got Bears fans trying to shift the goalpost because they want to blame the coaching staff alone, even though, ding dong, dumb dicks, it's Ryan Poles that hired this fucking coaching staff. You want to excuse and defend everything and shield Justin Fields from any criticism because reasons that aren't related to football, defend Fields and Poles, but shit on the coaches exclusively and solely. That just sounds stupid. That makes no fucking sense. And that's what we're talking about here with this whole Montez Sweat agenda. Look, he's a solid player. He is not spectacular. If he was spectacular, the Commanders would have been seeking and been able to get a first round pick from a contending team. There's a reason that for all intents and purposes it feels like the two teams that were bidding on Montez Sweat were offering second round picks, and that was the Atlanta Falcons and the Bears. Right? No other contending team with this guy potentially being a rental that could come in and impact your fourth quarter late game pass rush. Nobody came in and tried to offer more. Nobody offered more. Because if the Commanders got offered more, they'd take it. But yeah, Montez Sweat is that big of a fucking deal. Solid player. But trading a high second round pick for a solid player, that's one thing. But then to have to turn around because in some ways you kind of boxed yourself in, gave yourself limited leverage outside of maybe the franchise tag, which even then could be a little lack of leverage there. You give him elite edge rusher money. You're giving him like TJ Watt money. Who does that? Well, that's what you had to do in free agency. At least in free agency, you don't have to give up the high second round pick to bring him in. For the analytics folks, this deal should look really questionable, if not fucking ridiculous. Montez Sweat's pass rush win percentage every year of his career as a rookie tied for 92nd. That's 9-2, motherfuckers. 2020, tied for 66th. 2021, tied for 67th. 2022, 21st. That was his best season. This year, before Sunday's game, 60th. 60th! In year 5. This guy's already entering his late 20s, and he's fucking not even really a second-tier edge rusher. He's more like a third-tier edge rusher. Solid 3-down player, but you don't sit there and give away a high second-round pick and then give this asshole this type of contract to be solid. You give this type of contract to a guy that you're looking to be the franchise defensive player. And again, I want to emphasize, if he was that special, the Commanders either would have gotten a lot more in a trade, or they wouldn't have put him on the trade market to fucking begin with. They were looking for somebody gullible enough, dumb enough to trade for him so they could get something back, get something higher potentially than a compensatory pick. And the Bears and Ryan Poles were all too glad and happy to oblige. Well, you just criticize it for the sake of criticizing. Again, why in the fuck would you have any belief or give any benefit of the doubt to Ryan Poles here? Last time I fucking checked, his biggest free agent signing to date was Tremaine Edmonds. He gave him like $18 million a season so that way Jack Sanborn could come in, a former undrafted rookie, and do all the shit that Tremaine Edmonds is supposed to do for $17 million less. What the fuck are we talking about here? The same guy that thought Cody Whitehair should be an NFL starter on an offensive line in 2023. This is the guy that I'm supposed to give the benefit of the doubt to. This is the guy that when he got the job, his first priority in free agency was Larry Ogunjobi, who, by the way, didn't pass the physical. Well, you can't blame him for that. I can blame him for the dumb dick fucking approach in the offseason. The same asshole that invested way too much in terms of damn resources into the fucking linebacker position. The same guy that now has tied up effectively about 20% of the salary cap next year into a solid defensive end and a vastly underperforming inside linebacker. I'm supposed to have faith in that. I'm supposed to buy into that. I'm supposed to believe in that. That's supposed to get him crowned as King fucking Poles? He is 5-21 as a general manager. The Bears are 2-7 this year, and they were supposed to be better after having the top overall pick and a bunch of draft pick capital, and especially after doing the whole trade. You bring in DJ Moore. All da-da-da-da-da-da. You have the most cap space. And the Bears somehow managed to be the same and arguably got fucking worse. But this is the magic ticket. This is the golden ticket that shows that he knows what the hell he's doing. The same guy that gave up a very high second-round pick last year for Chase Claypool because he didn't want to draft the guy that took Chase Claypool's job in Pittsburgh. This is the same asshole that I'm supposed to buy into and believe in what the hell he's doing. The same guy that hired the fucking coaching staff that everybody pretty unanimously hates, and deservedly so. This guy This guy that said, I'm going to roll this year at center with Cody Whitehair and Lucas Patrick, even though everybody with a fucking brain said they need to upgrade the center position. This guy, you're crowning his ass before you've even seen Montez Sweat in Chicago. You're crowning his ass for giving elite edge rusher money to, frankly, a second-tier defensive end and a third-tier edge rusher. You're crowning the ass of the guy that fucking gave up a high second-round pick for Claypool last year, gave massive money in free agency to Tremaine Edmonds because he was going to fucking fit Eberflus's stupid defense. Fuck out of here. There is absolutely no reason, and I mean no reason, when it comes to actually building a competent, let alone competitive, let alone contending team. There's absolutely no reason to believe that Ryan Poles has any fucking clue to do that, because you have a year and a half of results now that absolutely suck. Like, Matt Eberflus is the worst head coach of the Chicago Bears in my lifetime. Who's the GM that hired him? Right now, as it stands, not only is Eberflus the worst head coach of my lifetime for the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles is easily the worst general manager. And before you say Phil Emery, last time I checked, in 2013 at least, Phil Emery understood the fucking assignment. He built up that damn offense. They actually had an elite offense and almost made the playoffs before the bottom fell out in 2014. Phil Emery sucked. Ryan Poles has done nothing to even measure up to that standard, let alone Ayatollah Angelo. Shit, Mark Hatley, rest his soul. You kidding me? Until proven otherwise, this Montez Sweat move was a desperation panic move by a front office that should be feeling a lot more pressure than they probably are. Because again, we're talking about Bears football. You keep crowning mediocrity. I want to see goddamn championships. The Montez Sweat deal and contract extension is not the fucking type of move that a championship team does. It's just not. Let me give up a premium draft asset and pay a guy top tier money to not be a top tier talent. That's your defensive franchise building block. Fuck out of here.